Hello, welcome back Terrace on the Water family. This is Chef Justin Upper from Terrace on the Water. Last video we showed you how to start a sourdough starter by submerging grapes into water and flour mixture. We've gotten to a point now, it's been about 5 days, where we start to see some life in our mixture. It's a light pinkish color with a little bit of fizziness and a little bit of sourness if you taste it on the tip of your tongue. So what I've done is we originally had it in this container with the grapes. I've discarded the grapes and I've now moved my mixture into a mason jar. The mason jar can be fitted with a cheesecloth or a coffee filter on top with an elastic and stored on the top of your fridge. We're gonna have to feed this mixture for 7 to 8 days, twice a day, to try to strengthen it so that we can use it for baking. So to tell if it's ready to be, transferred to the jar and fed, you can kind of see some bubble formations in there. It's got a little bit of a sour smell. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed this starter now for 7 to 8 days with 20 grams of flour and 20 grams of water. Mix it in twice a day. I usually do it during the morning and at night. And it's gonna start to grow. The bubble formation is gonna start to get more dense and start to smell more sour and just look more alive in general. But we must do that for 7 days to strengthen it. Okay, and I've gotten a little bit ahead of you guys because I need to look back to see what I've done wrong and what I've done right. It's a learning process for me as much as it is for you guys. So I have a starter here that I've already fed for 7 days, twice a day, and I'll show you the difference and how you can kind of tell that it's ready, okay? There's more of a bubble formation in there. It looks more alive, and not only that though, but you can see, bubbles around the outside now. It's kind of going all throughout the mixture and not just on top. It looks a lot more alive. And a great way to test to see if your starter is ready for baking is to see if it floats in water. So I have a glass of water here, and I have my starter, and as you can see, she's floating. She's floating. She's ready to go. So that's a good way to tell. Another trick too is, or tip, should I say, is when you start feeding your starter, you gotta discard a little bit of it as well, because if you keep feeding it and you don't discard any, you're gonna accumulate a whole bunch of starter and it's just not gonna be a manageable amount, okay? So for the next 7 days, you guys are going to store it in a mason jar with an open top, whether it be a cheesecloth, a coffee filter, or some saran wrap like I've done with some holes poked in it. You're gonna keep it on top of your fridge at 70 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to feed it twice a day, morning and night, with 20 grams flour and 20 grams of water. If you start to see a separation and a liquid form on top, that's called the hooch, and it's actually alcohol content. And what that is telling you, your starter's telling you that it's still hungry, and you may need to up your feeding by about 5 to 10 grams of each of water and flour just to satisfy your starter to get it nice and strengthened so we can start baking with it. Okay, so you guys keep feeding your starter, keep it on top of the fridge, keep a close eye on it, and we'll check back in, and hopefully all our starters will be ready to go and ready for baking. It was nice talking to you guys, nice checking in. Terrace is trying to stay nice and engaged with our customers right now during this tough time, and you guys have a nice day and stay safe. We'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you.